Well, good morning. I'm early because I'm gonna make a bunch of phone calls. Us evil people love this when I start talking to. And we got sound when I start talking to authorities about targeted harassment. Latest, Sneasel stalks me and has for the last several years had my account blocked more than it could post, and he brags about it. And Facebook refuses to respond to that. And I'm going to bring Facebook into court and make them show who's been reporting me. The same person reports me. So while I'm shut down now, they have a brand new Tommy Wasserberg fake account and a brand new Ariana Persephone Sykes fake and a brand new Jenny Kastner fake and a brand new Sabrina Parker fake. So please be careful. Hi, Jasmine. Good morning. If you're contacted by any of these people, it's not us. Any of them. If it's the least bit odd, you can be sure it's not one of us. So we start with it's not even the kiwi farmers so much. It's the AMP. They put them on me in the first place. Kiwi farmers, I'd like to, if any kiwi farmer, anybody, kiwi farm insiders know what's going on. How come Sneasel bailed out of there? Oh, AMB's worse. Kiwi farm's just a bunch of kids, a bunch of idiots. AMB is IT professionals working for the governments. So we're going to start with Hyde.
Under Chief of Police. Our office is currently closed. If you have an emergency, please hang up.
Oh, shit. That's right. It's Veterans Day. None of these people are going to be in their offices. Marvelous. Hello, Israel. Say something. I dare you. Meet Israel. This is one of the evil people. What do you want, dude? Because it turns out I can't do what I planned on doing, and I'm not going to stay long because I got no reason. There are 4 imposters at Facebook right now that none of us who are being impersonated can even see the accounts because they have us all blocked. Oh, a friend of mine was in town, and with some tools, and here I got them. I did a bunch of cutting. Oh, that's all dry, so it's not so pretty. When it's dry, we sliced a bunch of stuff up. These guys are especially gorgeous. you can't really see it on this camera, and especially not dry. It's chrysocolla and silica. So what's on your mind, Israel? Seriously, dude. Call. Haven't talked to you in a while. You're the best of all the gaslighters. I really are shitty gaslighters. Now they're trying to tell me there's yellow spots over my eyes and I probably have hypercholesterolemia or something like that. And they're trying to say I'm morbidly obese, have COPD, and club fingers. I'm only about 30 pounds overweight right now. My fingers are not clubbed. My cuticles get dry and cracked easily because I don't like keep them moisturized enough. And that ain't COPD. That's allergies. That's chronic upper respiratory congestion and postnasal drip. You hear me coughing up. So I really, old people's moment. Oh, fuck off. I see my doctor several times a year. I see my doctor all the time. You know, take your gaslighting and light a match and blow yourself up, motherfucker. You know what, Israel? You're annoying. Goodbye. I'm not in the mood. I know how to drive away Big Todd. A few other assholes. Bust this puppy out. Bye. Bye, trolls. Because you're a troll. Speak your piece. And I'll block you here too. You do not belong to Saga. You're just some troll. You want to gaslight me? Fuck off. Go tug bleach. Bye. Just really. I don't need to be fed with nonsense. I don't need your help. Don't want your help. Fuck off. Die. Well, anyway, I can't do what I planned on doing. Hi, Milton. I'm hanging in there, man. I haven't been doing well, but I have good family and friends. Well, spirit family. My blood family's been a little touchy. I really need somebody that at Facebook that is not known to them to be associated with me to do some hunting for some impersonators. My two closest friends and the young lady that I had an encounter with 37 years ago now they're running fakes of all of us now. And it's just some evil people, you know. And the question I've got, and this is you know, a big part of their focus on me and other people. It's like, what, where, how does somebody's gender expression impact your life to the degree that you need to interfere with theirs? This is something I don't understand. Like, do you have a rational reason? Can anybody give me a rational reason for stigmatizing trans feminine and trans masculine people that doesn't quote any bad scripture or junk science or just paranoid delusions about us? My life is meaningless to you. Why are you intruding in it? This is what I don't understand. And they're so obsessive. Oh, troll alert. What's on your mind, loser? Play him. Just play him. Boker told Masha, I really don't trust anybody. Fight me. You're an evil maggot. He's an evil maggot. He's a troll. And he can play all passive aggressive. He's a troll. Kevin Hoffman is allegedly the kingpin of a global international crime syndicate. And it's probably just like a bunch of fucking cash baiters, actually. Legends in their own minds. A bunch of hackers send out mass mailings of to mostly people on fixed incomes and trick them into sending them money for, you know, the 419 scam. I got $1 million. I got millions of dollars here, and you got to help me get it out. And they'll send you, like, you know, an advertisement for something that you really want to buy that it costs a lot less than it usually does, and the site will just take your credit card and steal all your money from the bank. That's the kind of shit Kevin Hoffman's into. Now, supposedly, they're also into like massive distribution of contraband, controlled substances, and sex slaves. But I suspect that's all fantasy. Most of these people are just like live a video game life. That are like really serious threat, you know, serious trolls. You're a legitimate fucking thief. Enjoy, you know. Pray I don't get that the RICO motion granted. If that gets ordered, you're cooked, dudes. All it is. I just sent a note to the investigator with the screen caps of the. Well, here, I'll read it to you. This is just ridiculous at this point. You know, he's trying to tell me, yeah, I'll get in touch with you if anything actionable comes up. It's like, what the fuck isn't actionable already? Where's my sent items? Yeah, I sent him. Here's one. Let's see what the fuck all I sent him. Here's one where he shows the fake Ariana. And then here's one. Here's Sneasel. Pretty much revealing the fake Sabrina. Hey guys, I just thought I would let you know that we've been talking to Sabrina Parker, the one who owns the Facebook. I sent some of you. That's a fake. She really is the one Tom molested, and the story really is real. Tom was a creepo even back then. She was sleeping when he molested her. This is not true. It was like 5 in the afternoon. I walked in the door and she was naked in bed with my ex-old lady. They rolled apart, invited me in. I paid too much attention to Sabrina. Megan broke it up. End of story. Until fucking perverts like this come along later and going to inject what they want into it. I don't even want to read that shit. Oh yeah, I do need to read that shit because this is just pure evil. And fortunately, it doesn't sell well. Not going to record her or anything. She's cool, but we showed her all the videos on Tom's YouTube account. At first, she thought it was weird, but then she saw how many there were. She got frankly perturbed. We have a list of Facebook accounts Tom talks to on the reg, and she is going to be contacting them to ask them to tell Tom to shut the fuck up about her and to never mention her name again because it's pretty fucking gross to have a geriatric gross hobo talking about molesting you. She's already begun contacting a few to ask them to get him to shut the fuck up, and she's not going to stop until she moves through our list. So expect Tom to clam the fuck up about that gross shit too soon. Expect me not to clam up about any of it, maggot. I would be amazed if the real Sabrina would even talk to you, much less lie about the circumstances. Impersonation is a felony, you despicable animated turd. And then here's she bragging about bragging about getting my account shut down. I didn't get the one about Jenny until this morning, so he didn't get that one. And then the message with it was they've gotten both my accounts shut down for a month, and they're running 3 imposters at my friends. I want it in writing why you can't shut this site down, please. I can only imagine that the TPD is utterly incompetent to prosecute internet crime. I'm being discriminated against because of my gender, or the claims of the trolls are true and your department is dirty. And then I list the crimes that they can be charged with easily and should be charged with. And these are all Arizona statutes, which there's a jurisdiction issue. But we'll see how that works out. Criminal impersonation, conspiracy, solicitation of a crime. You can't solicit others to do crimes. Use of an electronic communication to terrify, intimidate, threaten, or harass. All of you. All of you. All the gaslighting. This is all punishable. This all carries criminal penalties. Unfortunately, most police departments don't have the resources to prosecute any of this. And it's well below the thresholds of the federal authorities. So unless you have money, lots of money, you're not gonna get any prosecution in any of this. So come on, Cab, say something stupid so that I can, just like, nah, fuck it. I don't want you. I don't even want you here. Oh, really? How could the head of a global criminal syndicate be out of the loop? Sure. Sure. I believe nothing any of you tell me. So what do you want, Kevin? How's Jack? You're an enforcer. The birthday party was nice. The stream is on my site, on my page. 5 friends came over and we played music. Streamed it for other friends. It was lovely. Nobody wanted to go to Day of the Dead though, so I stayed in the evening and streamed some more. No. Some friends had expressed fears about the park, and I moved it to my house. What I'd like to know, I'm waiting for an answer from somebody, is what good reason do you have to interfere in the lives of transgender people? Why is it so important to you that parents and doctors be prevented from providing gender affirming care to children? Hello? Oh, fuck off. Oh, jeez. Get a life. Dallas Captain, Major Meatball, or whatever the fuck he calls himself with the Arizona Patriots. That the woman that they laughed out of the city council meeting got busted for identity theft. Boy, they trashed that. There were only 80,000 people voted in the election. There's 500,000 people living in this town that could have voted for that and didn't. 500,000 registered voters. I don't know if they're all registered or not, but only 80,000 people voted. If shit like that happens, you know, everybody stays home again in 2020 November. You got 4 more years of ill douche. And unless they run Bernie or somebody Bernie's real happy with, everybody's going to stay home again. Time for a hooter. And then I think I'm going to take a nap because I want to go work at lunch. Oh no, there's no reason to work at lunch. There's going to be nobody downtown. I did this one year a couple of years ago and there was a parade. Ay. Bernie. Most of them don't have a position on LGBT or the environment. None of them, you know, excuse me. But, you know, I've been resisting industrial fascism in America for over 50 years. Okay, we're coming on 56 years now in 10 days, 11 days. You know, I'm an environmental scientist who was blacklisted. So, you know, I've been on that one for a long time too. And now I was one of the last students of a prominent anti-Zionist rabbi. I've been deeply immersed in that for the last 10 years. And since I've come out, oh boy, Il Douche is speaking. We might as well listen to that. Speaking in New York at a Veterans Day event. But you know, until I'm gonna be like you know, lobbying for these things. You know, there's people are trying to legislate transgender people out of existence. There are 3 states that want to institute criminal penalties for providing gender affirming health care to children. And then they don't get, you know, minors don't even get any surgery, except in rare cases.
No one is going to hand us the agenda we voted for. We must fight for it. And that's it.
All right, fuck off.
We carry on a noble tradition that began 1 century ago. In 1919, the people of this city filled block after block to welcome home General Pershing and his 25,000 American soldiers after victory in World War I. Just a few years before, many of those soldiers had boarded ships not far from here at Hoboken Port. More than 4 million Americans fought in the Great War, and more than 116,000 made the ultimate sacrifice.
But anyway,
the 11th hour of the 11th
they all have
of the 11th month.
Unacceptable positions on these issues.
The war had come to an end, and the Allies achieved a great, great victory.
None of them.
Every year since.
None of them besides Bernie are really acceptable to
we
me.
have shared our nation's deepest praise and gratitude to every citizen who has worn the uniform.
Most of them are tools of
Army,
corporate tools.
Navy, Air Force,
Buttigieg and Booker and Harris and the rest of them, they're all in the pocket of the Zionists. I won't vote for that.
Veterans of World War II, including one of the Grand Marshals, Woody Williams. Thank you. Thank you, Woody. Thank you very much, Woody. To each veteran of the war, the glory of your deeds will only grow greater with time. This city is graced by your presence. This nation is forever in your debt, and we thank you.
They got the live chat turned off.
We're also pleased to be joined by veterans of the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, and the War on Terror. You are the reason our hearts swell with pride, our foes tremble with fear, and our nation thrives in freedom.
And our bank accounts go ka-ching.
So that we can honor your heroic service, please.
You suckers. Yeah, we really need to, like, pump that piss, bitch. I haven't had a legitimate war ever.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you all. Each year, this parade highlights one branch of our military. This year, we honor the elite masters of air, land, and sea, the legendary Leathernecks, the feared Devil Dogs, the first to flight, the United States Marines. Let's hear it. That's great. Yesterday, we celebrated the Marines' 244th birthday. That's pretty good. The few and the proud are always faithful, and they always win. I also want to thank the Marine Corps Law Enforcement Foundation, which provides scholarships to children of our fallen heroes. To every Gold Star family, we will stand by your side forever. It is very fitting that the Veterans Day parade...
I don't think I want to hear this. Gabbard is got some serious baggage. She's a Hindu and is connected to the right-wing Hindus in India. Hello, Ice. Good morning. She's I thought I was going to be doing some calls this morning, but it turned out to be a holiday. So we're just sitting here chatting at this point. Gabbard is connected to the right wing in India. That's doing all those awful things to the Muslims in Kashmir. And she's raised in a cult. And most of the LGBT community isn't like really satisfied with her apology. Good morning, Frederick. Really, I got, and they all, none of them are ready to, like, I mean, who the hell else was it? None of them are ready to make Israel's military aid contingent on, like, freeing Gaza. There needs to be a complete equalization of people. That Palestine needs to be reunited under one government, one federal government that is secular and with equality for all. And there's no other realistic solution to be had at this point because of the way they've carved up the occupied territories with their roads and their fucking settlements. There's just no way there can be a fair and just two-state solution at this point. And, the Israelis got to get over their fucking chauvinistic nationalism. It's bullshit. It's not Judaism. 1642, as in time. That'd be about right. 12 hours, 16 hours behind us or ahead of us. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a cash cow they've been milking for over 100 years. The Hamas and the PA are tools of the Zionists, and they're there to just make sure the armed weapons are bought from both sides and they're slightly used on each other, and that they need to be constantly buying ammunition and shit like that. And it's a profit thing. Dwight Eisenhower struggled with the military-industrial complex from the time the World War II ended to the day he left office, trying to get them to retool themselves for peacetime projections of American military technologies. Wanted to colonize the moon and under the oceans and out space stations and shit, and it just wasn't profitable. And we got dirty bush wars instead. You can't be making bombs if you're not going to be reordering them. That's all that salvo of cruise missiles was about. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitler owns a little stock in Raytheon. There was no reason to launch them fucking things, just except to blow them off so that they could buy some new ones. Orthodox Jews have been seriously opposed from the beginning. I was raised in a Reform synagogue that was opposed. I was raised by one of the founders of American Council of Judaism. There's a tradition called the Three Oaths that basically says we need to live in the world, and the Gentiles need to accept us in the world. And until God says it brings us all back, that's the way it is. We can go to Palestine as individuals, but we could not storm the wall, is what they said. And we can't go back there en masse and form a Jewish government at the expense of the non-Jewish population. This was stipulated in all of the international agreements, the Balfour Declaration, the Pikes-Sico, the Peel Commission, all of it. The partition resolution stipulated that the existing non-Jewish communities must not be harmed in any way, and they built the whole country on the rubble of their villages. And they're trying to take the rest of it now. And what they're doing is totally unsustainable environmentally. They're having horrible problems with wildfires because of imported pine trees that they brought from Europe and the United States to cover up the fucking rubble of the villages. They've totally destroyed the wastewater treatment in Gaza, and it's just fouling the coast, and they're worried about it because now it's getting into their turf. They need to, and it's not just there. Brazil, England, France, India. Who knows where the fuck else? Evo Morales just was forced out of office yesterday. That was it. Is that the argument is between there's religious Zionists now, and that are supporting the political position of the Zionism with a bunch of like really twisted shit from the Talmud that isn't law. The Talmud is not law, it's commentary on the law, and a lot of it's tough fucking fruitcake. And this is known to most Jews. Most Jews don't even open the Talmud. They're reading commentary on it by Rambam or Rashi or somebody, and the argument is that they're saying because the Holocaust happened, the three oaths is nullified, because there's something in there that stipulates that if the Gentiles get out of hand, we can go back. But what the traditionalists are saying is the Holocaust happened because of what you've been doing since 1915, actually since about 1890. 1898 was the first international Zionist Congress. So that's that argument. But then there's just numerous Torah passages that forbid what they're doing. They're violating all the core principles of the Hebrew faith. I just can't see how anybody can daven the liturgy, which is beautiful. The prayers are gorgeous. It's just wonderful stuff that we're saying saying every day, and then go out and put their gear on and go out and harass civilians the way they do. I just can't fathom that. A friend of mine is a Bundist, Orthodox Bundist. He says, religious Zionism is like a pot of cholent with a pork chop floating in it. It just doesn't. It's diametrically opposed to everything they do. Like they're killing the trees all over the place to make way, for construction. And Deuteronomy 20, chapter 19, or is it 19, chapter 20? I always mix them up. Deuteronomy forbids the destruction of healthy trees. They're captured in war. And they killed like 800,000 of them, over 800,000. The intellectuals were always opposed. Einstein's one to study because he represents the leftist Zionist position. Is that they were after what they called a binational republic. They were in favor of the Jewish homeland because that's where the Jews arose. They were not making a claim like the Likud guys are, they want it all for themselves. What Einstein and Weizmann were about was, hey, the European Jews need a homeland, but let's share it with the people that are already there. And the way things worked out is that not only did they run off all the Palestinian Gentiles, but they ran off about 50,000 Mitzrahi Jews too, and 8 of them got killed at Sabra and Shatila. And then when they invited all the Jews from North Africa and shit to come, they killed 50,000 more of them when the ringworm scandal. Today, you pretty much have to lose if you're a Jew from an Arabic country or a black Jew. You have to totally lose forget it if you're a black Jew, but if you're a Jew from an Arabic country, you have to totally lose your entire Arabian culture The Arab culture just doesn't play to Ashkenazim, that's European, they're European invaders like everywhere else, like here, like Australia, everywhere, India, it's just Europeans imposing their Judeo-Christian morality on everybody, and it's really just authoritarian plutocracy is all they're doing. It's completely unsustainable. They're totally destroying the balance of nature, and there's the consensus in the scientific community for at least 50 years has been that human industry is accelerating the rate of climate change, and everything we're seeing today was predicted 50 years ago, and it's just going to keep getting worse if we don't just stop burning shit, and if we don't relieve some of the pressure on the very productive ecosystems that our cities are cluster fucking on. We're totally destroying the prairies, the estuaries, everything, pumping our crap into them, building crap, cementing it all over. The Gold Coast in Florida has totally changed the weather patterns there completely. And then all the agricultural runoff is what's causing all the phytoplankton blooms. We're just completely disrupting the balance of nature. And we're not going to kill the planet before the planet kills us. So I really, I'm not in the mood. I should just blow some music for a little while and quit. I'm just totally not in the mood to be sitting here. But then it's a holiday and I got nothing to fucking do. I probably should go down to 4th Avenue because it'll be busy down there. Go busk a little bit. But I think I'm gonna quit talking because it's starting to hurt my jaw. And wait for some questions or statements that I can respond to. But in the meantime, I'll annoy the trolls with some more flute. Are you playing a flute on your side of the ocean? Nah. No, no, that's just not a key that's wanting to work. I'm so glad I can still fool people after all these years. I'm glad you like it. Let's see if I can actually find something. That's just not wanting to do it, what I was hoping it was going to do. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, that's really pretty much, it's unify or die. you know, they do so much to keep us hating each other, hating ourselves and each other that, um, I don't know. I'm not alone in this. I know a lot of people that are crazy like me. And it's like, okay, we're stuck here. Um, I'm not gonna do what everybody else is doing. I'm not gonna hurt myself that way. I'm not gonna, I have I hope, I mean, unless I've been fooling myself all my life, I have a dream body that lives forever and in heaven, in a beautiful place. And I really hope that I've made this commitment to live this way for a good reason, and to so that my eternal spirit will be able to continue. I mean, as far as I know, I could destroy my standing in heaven by what I do on this world. So I sure don't want to do things I know that are going to get me in trouble. Here I am. I'm open and honest and trying to be kind and trying to be positive and find solutions that are agreeable and fair and just for everybody. And like I said, I'm not alone, or I'd be dead a long time ago. I wouldn't bother. I'd have gotten killed for sure. I mean, there's just so many people that I have connected to in the last 20 years that, I mean, I always was on the ground, but online in the last 20 years online, that are committed to living righteously, to being, being good to themselves and to their neighbors and doing creative, productive things, constructive things, and staying after asshole politicians and voting. I don't know how much of this I can take today. my jaw's hurting. Well, yeah, thank you. I talk about my bliss point. I have really severe gender dysphoria, and I have to like work hard to forget about it. All I want to say about that. And I have this point where I'm comfortable, where I'm comfortable where I am, what I'm doing, who I'm with. And I don't let anything knock me off my bliss point very long. And if you knock me off my bliss point too hard, Tom comes out. And he's no fun. He's no fun at all. This is where we get back to why I started this. These people are just constantly gaslighting me, trying to make me angry, trying to bring Tom out because they got like a rush from the chimp out. This is evil. They're just sadomasochistic voyeurs, feeding on the schadenfreude of the people that they make angry. It's like really low lives. I'm 65 years old, and they want to say I look like I'm 90, and I'm sick and all this, and I'm not. I don't look 65 like 65 looked 50 years ago. That's for darn sure. And my you guys, I go to my doctor. I've seen my doctor several times a year, like 4 at least, unless something comes up. Quarterly checkups because you got to monitor the HRT. And now they're trying to tell me I'm all yellow looking. My color's good. If I'm yellow, the light's bad in the room. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm at a loss. I'm just here now. I'm feeling a little dingy sometimes. But it's like, okay, I'm 65. I'm allowed to like forget that kind of shit. Like today was I was all set. I was okay. I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call my congressman and shit. And I get the thing lit up, and I'm like, oh wait a minute. It's Veterans Day. None of those offices are going to be open. So here I is. I don't think I want to stay much longer. Let's see if I got anything on the keyboard for y'all. Yeah, my wrist hurts too much for that shit. And I'm not feeling anything. Another recipe. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. The old one, you know, we need to play according to the rules that Moses gave us. It's just the way I feel about it. And I do the best I can. I don't, you know, I've been saying over and over again to these people that the earth is gonna, you know, this is a living world. We're just some of, you know, what makes us, you know, we're all one. It's all one. It's, you know, there's just, you know, whether it's sentient or not is inconsequential. Everything's all related. Everything works according to the same rules. Oh, veggie burgers. A veggie burger recipe. Well, I haven't really tried anything else yet. They were tasty. Let's see what else we got there. I have lentils. Lentils might be interesting. I have all kinds of beans. Let's see what we got here. The best veggie burger. This is probably good. You know, I've had just taken portobellos and sliced them up and seasoned them like I would meat, and they're delicious. This one is hello. Come on, where's the recipe? Okay. Now this is one thing that I didn't do the last time. Rule 1, when it comes to making a great meatless burger, get rid of excess moisture. Roast the vegetables until caramelized and extra moisture has evaporated. Roast the beans for about 15 minutes so they split open and dry out a bit. And so this, they put it in a food processor. Come on, where's the fucking recipe? Here it is. 8 ounces of mushrooms, 1 carrot, broccoli florets, onion, garlic, olive oil, or any kind of oil that you like, smoked paprika, chili powder, fine sea salt, pepper, black beans, walnut halves, spinach leaves, fresh herbs. Hello?
Mr. Teeter, come up. My enforcer is waiting for you.
Oh, good life. Panko breadcrumbs, fresh. So this is walnuts and black beans and mushrooms with a lot of veggies. Is this one. Here, I'll give it to you in the chat. Or that one doesn't really excite me too much. This is true, and you know, it's once we learn, you know, when my rabbi, I was raised in a secular congregation. You know, we were so assimilated. We called the rabbi doctor. We called him Father Binstock and the synagogue Saint Sholem by the Sea. But one thing that he made sure we understood was Shema, and the concept of oneness and how we relate as God beings, but individual humans and all this happy shit within that oneness. And once you had that epiphany moment where you feel your connectedness to everything else, and you see the oneness around you and see how you fit in that, I guess it becomes easy to stay with it. You know, the mother's always holding my feet to the ground, and the father's always got my heart and in his hand and his big toe right by the square crack of my ass. And they let me know by how I feel. You know, it's a pleasure and pain thing, you know, carrot and stick kind of thing with the Holy Spirit. It's like we're like batteries or something, where you know, one's positive, the other's negative, and negative ground. And if you're doing right, it feels good, and if you're doing right, if something's wrong, it feels bad. You know, I don't hear voices. I get my instincts move me. Yeah, you just don't let yourself. There are things in the world that make you. I mean, I have some like real bad habits holding me down, but that's mainly because I'm afraid of like what'll happen if I like expose my full potential. You know, and it's scary what is coming. It's very scary. What could come? You know, I mean, like our dreams are you know, those of us who have prophetic dream, you have to realize that what you're seeing is one possible outcome on a world that may or may not be this one in your dream. It ain't over till the dead lady sings. At least in my dream. Which is that we're really quarantined, that humanity has spread throughout the cosmos over the eons, and that there was something bad happened here about 10 or 12,000 years ago, and then quarantined the surface, clean it out of the gene pool. We got some alien blood in our gene pool. That's these guys that are using up all the oil, trying to burn up all the oil, get home. At least, you know, I mean, like, that's either been channeled to me or I'm just got a vivid imagination, one or the other. I don't know. I don't care. It's not important. What's important to me is being comfortable, being on my bliss point, helping other people find their bliss point and stay there. Get moving people together to bring about positive change that's life affirming. You know, this is kind of, you know, it's you know, if I'm right, you know, if I'm really a channel, cool. If not, okay, well, I tried anyway. What can I say? Probably less is better. That's my pleasure, Motion. I'm going to go look for another one because I you know, this is cool. But I don't think I want all that veggie. You know, I want a burger. I want a veggie burger that tastes kind of like a meat burger. Black bean seems to be the choice though here for everybody. Let's see what this one's. Here's one, 6 ingredients. This is chocolate covered Katie's healthy dessert blog. 6 ingredient veggie burger. Looks good. Looks like it's black beans and walnuts too. No soy, eggs, yeah. Well, it's not black beans. It's red beans. Oh no, that's chocolate. That's a chocolate. Okay, here it is. Cac, why don't you just list the fucking ingredients before they put everything first? You know, I want to see the ingredients before I read all this other happy horse shit. I scroll down to it. It's pinto or black beans, tomato paste. This uses oats, and not much. It's mainly just beans and ketchup. Blech. No, that's a pass. Sorry, Katie, this one sucks. Most of these are black beans and nuts, and oats, and then whatever vegetables. I think what I want to find is, well, here's 11 veggie burgers. I'm not even gonna read this. I'm just gonna give you all a link. I'm not. Yeah, that's all. Some of them use rice. Some use quinoa, sweet potatoes. Portobellos are good. Mushroom veggie burgers. This one looks good. Yeah. I'll pass on a tofu veggie burger. Spicy bean burger. This one's black bean and cornmeal. Potato and beans. Yeah, this is all using oats and stuff. Okay, this one claims to be mushroom burger. This one looks good. This is the one I was looking for. $30 minutes of prep and 10 to cook. This is olive oil, mushrooms, onion, garlic, oats, Parmesan, breadcrumbs, which you can use more oats, 2 eggs, parsley, oregano, and salt. And they're saying this has a texture of meat. You know, one thing that will give this a tang, like a meaty flavor, is some Worcestershire sauce. This one looks real good. And they're healthy, mushroom and oats. And I don't, you just leave the breadcrumbs out of it and use more oats, I guess. Or I don't know, it might have something to do with the texture. Yeah, right. Every pea gives a further. I really don't have that much trouble with beans at all. I don't soy. I can't handle soy, but like black beans or pintos or something like that, garbanzos, I gob on it and hardly get any gas at all. Hi, Hidden Am. Happy day. Thanks for showing. I don't know if I want to stay or not. I don't know. I mean, it's got a nice crowd. We're just looks like a meat burger. Yeah, supposedly the texture is like meat. Who's had that? What do they call it? The Incredible Burger or the Incredible Whopper? The Incredible meat burger, meatless burger that's like supposedly got like texture of meat, but it tastes like shit. Everybody I know that's tried it prefers their own brand of veggie burger. Quinoa is one of my favorite grains of all, and it's one of the most healthy. Amaranth is real nice too. I like that. I think I even have some quinoa right now. I really like the Middle Eastern couscous and cracked bulgur wheat It's like all you got to do with that stuff is put some hot water in it, and it's done. It's ready. Or just actually get, you know, you can put it right in a salad and with just, you know, cold water, and it'll be fine. A little gritty that way, and just soften up a little bit with hot water. And it's cheap too. If you don't buy those little boxes with the spices, and you buy the bulk package, there's like couple of dollars for a kilo. Oh, what's going on? I have notifications there. Oh, it's Discuss. I got to respond to a transphobe here. Oh, these people. This is on Breitbart Texas Republicans pushed back against child transgender medical treatments. These people want to make it illegal to give any minor any sort of gender affirming therapy, and the parents and doctors are worried that that might even go so far as like letting a boy wear his hair long, or a girl wear her hair short, or asking for different pronouns or anything like that they're worried about. And this is like, you know, it's like a death sentence to some kids to do that to them. My family's lucky to be alive today. And if it wasn't for Spirit and my mother's sister, my father and I wouldn't have survived my puberty. These people are just totally misinformed, and they're there's a genocidal agenda. There's a total genocidal agenda. Here, what did I forget what I was exactly what I was responding to. Shit, that didn't work. They can play pretend all they want, just don't expect me to play that game too. If I mislabel you, oops, sorry, no harm done. The claims that people are injured from this are absurd. No, they're not. Because when it's more than oops, sorry, when people are persistent and cruel about it, it's harmful, it's hurtful. You might want to consider the suicide rate of people who have actually transitioned. That says it all right there. This is a mental health issue, and I won't support it. You don't need to support anything. You need to get out of these people's lives with your discriminatory law. You might also want to consider getting legitimate facts. Medical establishment says it's not a mental health issue, and that the suicide rates of trans people pre and post-op fall to within typical ranges when they're living in a supportive environment. Stop hating queers, and queers stop killing themselves. Simple. Oh, I won't go in any of those restaurants. I live in, this is a foodie town. We hardly even have any of the franchises downtown. Well, there's a Subway and also Dairy Queen, and they don't serve food in the Dairy Queen. It's just ice cream. I think that's it for downtown. Brueggel's Bagels, but that's not a big one. And it's all like we got a lot of cool, independently owned, local owned stuff to eat. Well, factory farm meat is like tainted with the chemicals of fear. These animals are raised in fear, and that's got particular chemicals that go with it. Well, yeah. I mean that's something I've discovered for myself. I don't know if I discovered it so much as I was forced into it. Nobody ever let me say anything. How does the Cat Stevens song go? From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. So I listen. Don't kick any ass if I don't have to, and take a lot of notes. See what else they're trying to tell me there. That's my discuss. Let's see what's cooking here. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, here's the child is a boy. No amount of wishing surgery or literal BS will change that. Sorry, Tommy, that's science. That's 8th grade fucking science. Obsolete 8th grade science. There's 3 states trying to do this: Kentucky, Georgia, and Texas. And hopefully it'll get trashed in all 3. and it won't go anywhere. This is just so wrong. You know, trans kids are known to attempt to cut their penises off. Yeah, boys can wear dresses if they want. A coworker, 6-year-old daughter, said their school had taught her that boys can wear dresses or whatever else they want to wear. He's now looking into homeschooling options. It's not necessarily the parents in all cases. Alphabet mafia. These people are just like clinging to white male supremacism is all they're doing. The traditional family values. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Yeah, you just can't beat your kid straight. It doesn't work. That's why they kill themselves so much. And that's why the doctors move to affirmative therapy, because they recognize, they have the Hippocratic oath to uphold. And they recognize that conversion therapy was causing people to kill themselves more. And it's very clear. The stats are obvious. And these people are fighting a ban on it tooth and nail. They're fighting to prevent sexual orientation and gender expression from being included in any anti-discriminatory law. And they're fighting against they're fighting against any sort of LGBTQ inclusive any sort of LGBTQ inclusive sex education. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you'd like to chit chat, it's open now. I'm connected there. Let me give you the hello, where is it? There it is. Yeah, if you want to talk live. Whoops. Oh, come on. Oh, where is it? I think I'm in there. I think I'm live. RTC disconnected. Okay, there we go. So we want. Oh, hello. They're not getting my mic. Hello, Mike. I can hear me. Hello. Oh shit. Oh, there it is. Let's get out of there. There we go. Yay. Okay, now we want to get the address for you guys. And here's the Discord. Where is what written by whom? Yeah, well, they quote all this bullshit that isn't even real. Show me your references for that crap. That's not real. And then when they do come up with it, it's like some discredited study, like Littman's ROGD study or the Stigma desistance study or something like that. Shitty samples and biased number crunching. I'm watching the whole community, the global trend, this alphabet mafia. Fact of the matter is, the militants are fringe that are pretty much rejected by the mainstream activists and advocates. And we're just sitting here plugging our way along with, we have family now, behind us, and we're parts of communities of straight people that most people are about live and let live. The only people that are really heavily invested in this debate anymore, fucking religious fanatics and uptight fags that queers that I shouldn't use fag. Uptight queers that I have accepted victim status. That's all that okay, Kagamatsu, is that you, Hidden Am? You just come on over to the voice and say something if you like. Listen to general. The general voice channel for this server. Exaggerated. I don't understand. Exaggerated. I think what people need is contentment. Is what Solomon was telling us we needed. And everything else is vanity. It's chasing after the wind. And if we all do the best we can to live by the golden rule and treat everybody the way that we would want to be treated ourselves, everybody would be content with what's going on, because nobody's like in conflict with each other over stupid shit like people with penises wearing dresses or people with vaginas being welders or whatever. It's like the whole sex gender, the heteronormative sex gender binary is totally unnatural. I mean, yes, the majority of people will always be cisgender and heterosexual, but that's not natural for everybody. I mean, nature has exceptions to that. That's not a natural order of things, and it causes a lot of mental illness in people. When they repress their transgender ideations and same-sex attractions and then project that denial outward on somebody. That's where fag bashing comes from. They're usually like just homosexuals in denial, transgender people in denial. They refuse to recognize their feminine side or their masculine side, and they project that out on somebody who is living the way they feel most comfortable about living. It's just self-loathing. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. For the most part, Tucson's been really kind to me, very kind to me, just for being just for being myself. The Saga had a open house yesterday. It was very nice, and it was fucking packed, and it was all kind of people were there. Lots of straight folk, people that are gender variant and what do they call it? Gender diverse now. That's the word of because the transgender's like too loaded at this point. You got to be more specific with me. And everybody. Fortunately, I don't have to be arguing with people about my penis very often. Right on, ice. That's where it's at. If we just treat each other nice, if we're just kind, if you don't like it, just don't look. Don't be interfering with people's lives because it offends your sensibility. That's just wrong. This Jesus taught. They want to call themselves Christian. You can't. You have absolutely no reason to be hating on same-sex attracted people or gender variant people because of your Christianity. There is no validity in that at all anywhere. It's based on shitty interpretations of Old Testament passages that were aimed at the Jews only, and don't forget that in the Old Testament, all them Jewish patriarchs married their half sisters. So you want to get all moral about things. Breeding with their slaves and marrying half sisters. Come on, you gonna live by the Bible today? Yeah, right. Yeah, it's scary to me because the Jews are getting that way over Israel. The Jews are letting themselves go down that same road. These are the good old days. What's that Carly Simon song? Or is it Carole King? I always mix them two up. That's cool. I can't play anything on here without worrying about a copyright hit. That's no fun. I like to have a little background music, but once it's mine, it's like, forget it. They're going to hit me for a copyright. I think I'm going to quit, though. My face is starting to hurt. I've been talking too much. Oh, hi. Hello, Hidden Am. Billie Jean, Milk Toast. Hi, guys. My mouth is starting to hurt, so I think I want to quit. And thank you all for coming. And see you next time. My mouth's starting to hurt. Happy day. Happy Veterans Day. Don't forget to honor the veterans by telling them they're being used. Rock and roll. Happy day. Bye bye.